People don't realize the importance of having a puppy care kit. It genuinely, truly shows as a breeder that you care. You want to set the puppy up for success going into its new home. You're giving the puppy things that it's familiar with, and you're possibly even showing the new potential owner some of the things that the puppy has already learned, so that's going to make their life a million times easier.
I got you right now. What's going on, Bully fam?
All right, guys, so we are finally back. We got everything we needed for the puppy care kit, and we actually threw in a couple bonus items.
So when it comes to a puppy care kit, I mean, it truly shares and shows the difference between just selling a dog and someone who actually takes pride in what they do, the dogs that they're producing, the homes that they're going to, and is professional. So a puppy care kit, like I said, this is something that my mentor has taught me and taught us, and I genuinely feel like is one of the most important things that you should be doing, and you should be doing with every puppy that goes to a new home.
Absolutely. So let's jump right in.
So we can show you guys the things that we got here for this particular puppy care kit for this puppy. I like, and what I believe in, what my mentor showed me is, hey, give them a nice big bag of food, right? The food that the puppy is currently on, especially if you're making a decent amount of money selling the dog.
Absolutely.
The least you could do is buy a 30-pound bag. You know, so some people give the nice little small bags, and that's cool too, but at least it helps the new owner know what food the dog's already on. They have it right then and there, and they can slowly transition it with whatever food they decide to move forward with, so the puppy doesn't get a really bad upset stomach. So I like doing a nice big 30-pound bag, because yet again, it's all about really setting up the next owner for success.
The next thing that we have is the Bones. There are two different types. There's the puppy starter, and then there's also the bigger one that I actually found at Costco, so we got lucky. We found these at Costco. Helps so much with teething. Like I said, that little tidbit that I gave about throwing them in the fridge or the freezer, it'll help with the sensation of the teething. You will thank me later with your furniture being intact and your shoes not being destroyed.
Yeah, with a new puppy, you have to have some things that the puppy can chew on. Otherwise, they're gonna be destructive. They need to have something that they can take, something that can chew, because they're gonna be teething. So with that being said, yeah, the Bones is something that we personally like. Now, quick disclaimer, every breed is different. So if you have puppies that are much bigger, I don't know, like Great Dane puppies, you may not want to go with these smaller Bones. You may want the bigger ones, or maybe your breed is so destructive that it's not safe to use Bones. Whatever the case it may be. For us, we like Bones because our breed is very small. It's not that strong where it's gonna, damage the bone, break it off, anything like that. They're pretty darn indestructible for our breed. So it's a great reusable toy that you can clean, sanitize, and give it to them over and over and over again, rather than other traditional bones that splinter and so on and so forth. So that's what we like to send the puppies away with.
One of our biggest things that we like to do is give wee-wee pads. Wee-wee pads are gonna be your best friend, especially during crate training at night, because the puppy it'll give them time to adjust, because if you're doing crate training, they're not going to be used to holding it all the time, the urine or the poop. So at least it'll keep it sanitary.
Yeah, again, that's something like we were talking about, familiarity. So that's something that the puppy is actually more familiar with, is wee-wee pads. So that's actually kind of really a big deal. So we don't go cheap. We want to give you the big bundle. So as you can see here, I mean, it's the humongous bundle of wee-wee pads.
The next thing we like to do is give treats, because the reason why is you want to give assurance and reassurance to the dog that they're doing a good job, whether it's going to the bathroom outside, peeing, pooping, not destroying your furniture, and just hanging out with the family. You want to give them assurance, and that'll connect them to remember, this is something that I'm supposed to be doing. This is good behavior. So even on walk, you can carry a couple of them, they're small, and you give it to them as a treat.
Yeah, I like the treats. Yet again, it's not just teaching the puppy, but teaching the new owner. Positive reinforcement. If the puppy does something good, you can give a reward, and that's what we believe in.
So the reason why I like to give tennis balls, these are the ones that have the squeak, for two reasons. One, because of the fact that it'll help create a bond between the person that's playing with the puppy and, well, vice versa. So then the puppy feels more comfortable and more confident to be around. Because once they start adjusting to being with their new family, playing with the ball is going to be second nature to them. And also because of the fact that you want them to have the activity where they're playing, they're moving, they're getting their exercise in. Sometimes you can't take a puppy that doesn't have all their shots outside. So the best thing you can do is play with them inside, have them do that physical activity, and it'll help them in the long term.
Yeah, I think the tennis balls is a good incentive to get the new owner to want to play with the dog other than just throwing a bone somewhere and allowing the dog to play by itself. But we do tell the people to be careful. Don't leave the balls alone with the dogs, and because they can potentially, shred them, swallow the squeaker toy and stuff like that. So that's more of a toy that has to be done supervised. And we emphasize on that. Another thing is when the puppies are younger, I want to say anywhere between 6 weeks to 8 weeks, especially when they're going to their forever home is at 8 weeks, you want to use a shampoo that's safe for their eyes. That's why we use the tearless shampoo. So we put that in with you guys so that then when you do go to wash the puppy, you're not worrying about damaging its eyes because of scents and all kinds of stuff that the puppy's not quite ready to be bathed with yet. It's too young. So we just go ahead and throw that in as well.
Another thing that we like to throw in is a little bit of rough nose. So the reason why is you just dabble it on their nose. It'll help keep the dryness away. Sometimes with bulldogs, sometimes with exotics, Frenchies, whatever the case may be, they're more prone to it. So we like to throw that in just because of the fact that then it'll help the dog, whether you're using it every day, every other day, every couple of days.
And one of the last products is really being clean and sanitizing, right? So I'm a very big, strong believer in the Clean Guard, right? The sprayer tablets. You can put it in a spray bottle. You can buy the sprayer attachment and spray your yard, spray the kennels, spray the cage, so on and so forth. So, this is another one that I recommend to them. I'm like, hey, when you get home, sanitize your yard. Spray the whole yard so that then you can avoid the issue of maybe potentially the puppy getting any kind of viruses that have been laying dormant in the ground or anything like that. You could also use it to spray the cage. So you have a new cage and you don't know what people have, if someone's used the cage before you, whatever the case it may be. We go over with them how to use this to keep their yards disinfected and clean and stuff like that, as well as their kennels if it's another breeder, or the cage if it's just a simple pet owner. But the last thing that we need to cover, and this is probably the most important thing out of the entire video when it comes to sending off your new puppies. And if you don't do this, you're completely failing as a breeder. You have to, you need to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about doing this last portion right now. And that is your puppy health records, right?
Yes.
This is the puppy health records right here. So we actually have her file somewhere over there. I think you're still writing some things down, but this is just an example. A puppy health record. And what does it do? Pull this out so you guys can see. Puppy health record, it has the puppy's name, the breed, the father, the mother, the birth date, when did the eyes open, the color of the puppy, the sex of the puppy, when it got vaccinated, when it got dewormed. It gets even better. It has a chart, and this is what has made people who get puppies from us, it's made their lives 1,000,000 times easier. And other breeders have actually found this chart and used it themselves. It's a chart that gives you from when the puppy was born all the way up until 8 weeks. That's our job as a breeder.
Yes.
To do these things on the list. Trim the puppy's nail, give it its first vaccine, deworming the puppy, things like that. First car ride, vet visit, things like that. And then from 8 weeks and on, it's actually the new owner's responsibility. And at least they have a checklist of knowing what they have to do rather than calling you and having no idea, or going to their vet and their vet telling them what to do and then feeling a little uncomfortable because to them, they may not feel sure that this is what they're supposed to be doing, or if they're spending too much money, or they just feel lost with no sense of direction. So that's where this comes into play. And this is so important. This is literally, it might as well be the puppy's birth certificate.
Absolutely. So we joke around and we call it the puppy Bible because of the fact that this is so important and it keeps track. If you're a first-time pet owner, you don't know what to do, but this lays it all out for you. So I encourage anyone that sells puppies, gives a puppy away, make sure you throw this in. It doesn't have to be this exact template, but make sure you give that to the new owners because you're only helping them. And as for us, we like to do this because of the fact that when you get a puppy from us, it's not that you're just purchasing a puppy from us. You're becoming a part of who we are. You're becoming an extension to our family.
And I would just tell potential people who are looking to purchase a dog, if your dog does not come with a puppy health record, that could be a red flag that the breeder isn't that professional.
Absolutely.
And then it would make me question what other things has the breeder not taken the time to do that is extremely important. This is the great thing about the puppy care kit that we put together. We're forever changing it, adding things, taking away things, switching it up, things like that, right? This is yours to do whatever you want with. And you decide as a breeder what you want to give to the new pet owner. But this is a non-negotiable. Puppy health records. They should have some sort of puppy health record when they leave, so the owner, the new owner, and the vet knows what has been already done with this particular puppy. So there's no excuse because we actually have the template to this for free on breedershacks.com in our information center. So we encourage all breeders to go ahead and you can download this and print this out. And if you're just someone who purchased a dog and doesn't have this, you can still download this too. So you have an idea of what needs to be done at what ages. So you can question the breeder and ask. And yet again, like I said, if you're just looking to buy a puppy and the breeder says, well, what would you like to know, and you're asking what has been done so far for the puppy, now you know what the right questions are to ask.
Absolutely.
Based off of the puppy's age. So this is extremely important and we have it free to download on the information center at breedershacks.com.
So guys, this is something that we like to do because, like I said, it's a thank you for trusting us and picking our puppy. You could have gone to plenty of other people, but we do this because of our gratitude. It just takes a couple bucks. It doesn't break the bank, but especially if you want someone to recommend you to their friends, their family, or anyone that may stop them with a dog, this is an experience that they will remember. I got my dog. They took the time to put a kit together for me so I feel comfortable right when I take the dog home.
So as we said, puppy care kit is essential and it's crucial when it comes to a puppy going to its forever home. And the only person who could put this together is the breeder selling the puppy. So as always, we hope this information is helpful. We hope it's useful. Please drop a comment down below. Let us know. Is there some things that we should add to our puppy care kit? Are there some things that we should take away? Do you do a puppy care kit? Have you gotten a puppy care kit? Whatever the case may be. Maybe we're completely wrong and we know nothing. I don't know. Drop a comment and let us know.
All right, guys, let us know if you've received a puppy care kit. What do you think we should add or possibly take away? So, as always, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys in the next episode, guys.